Morning, hope you're well. Just out walking the dogs, listening to podcasts. Where's the other dog? He's there chewing grass, looking like he's behaving himself. He's behaving himself. So yeah, just out walking the dogs, listening to podcasts, and I just thought I'd do this really quick video about a new podcaster that I've stumbled across called Jason Samosa. It's about 2 weeks ago. I did a video asking for if there's any good UK-based UFO community podcasters, etc. Because I listen to a lot of the Americans, Jesse Michels, Chris Ramsey, Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, and then Ross Coulthard, who's Australian. So I was just saying I'd love to connect with some more UK-based podcasters and people interested in this topic. And then lo and behold, I stumbled across a Jesse Michels episode with Jason Samosa. So I started listening to that. Really good podcast, really knowledgeable. So I started checking out some of his content on YouTube. I thought it was really good quality. And then I wanted to listen to a podcast while I was out walking the dogs. So I went on Spotify, typed his name, couldn't find his own channel, so I'm not quite sure he has a channel on Spotify. I think it may be just YouTube content. But anyway, I found the UFO podcast and he was a guest on that show. Now, the UFO podcast is another UK-based UFO channel, podcast, whatever you want to call it. And on there, yeah, he was interviewing Jason Samosa. So I started listening to his story and a lot of it resonated with me, which I'll explain in a minute. But the thing that was really good is at first he said he really likes the people of Hull. He thinks the people of Hull are really real.
Was exposed to normal people in Hull. By the way, most people outside of England won't know Hull's a very working class town with just very real people.
So Jason, hopefully you can tell from the twang. You will know when I listen to your show and I'm out in the countryside where there is no snow at the moment. You will tell from those three words, no snow and show, that I've got a Hull twang. So thank you for your kind words about the people of Hull. And your content is great and I look forward to checking out more of it. So yeah, really good channel, Jason Samosa, and his story is really fascinating. Again, if you listen to the episode that I listened to on the UFO podcast, he talks a little bit about how he got into this topic. But he started off originally going down the route of becoming a priest in the Christian church. So that was an interesting story. And then he decided not to for a couple of reasons, which I say I won't ruin his story. Go and listen to it. Go and check that out on the UFO podcast. But religion, UFO, paranormal. When you start listening to these podcasts and the onion that it is.
The UFO topic is like an onion. Every layer you peel away reveals another mystery until you reach the core truth.
It is really fascinating and it is an onion and it keeps me entertained while I'm walking the dogs listening to a podcast, so it's brilliant. So I'm really chuffed that I've stumbled across Jason Samosa's work. I love still listening to, as I said, some of the OGs. Just listening to a Ross Coulthard podcast at the moment. He does a Q&A session, which I find quite interesting. It's about 30 minutes long, which is the same length as my dog walk normally. So yeah, really good podcast. And then the other thing I was just going to quickly mention is, so I'm listening to all these podcasts I've done for many years, and it is mind-blowing. I mean, you've got everything from crash retrieval projects, black ops, cover-ups, paranormal activity, intersect with religion, alien hybrid programs. I mean, the list goes on. It really is quite complicated and fascinating. It's not as sort of simple as, we've found craft, we're doing crash retrieval. That's one part of the story, but there is a lot more to it. Really good topic, and that's what interests me about it. So I'm listening to all this and I'm thinking it is good, but it is, you can self-combust under, just how many different sort of tentacles it has. So I was thinking, obviously, the thing that's key for me with any of this is I like to do my own research. I don't like to follow the crowd. I don't like to just believe something for the sake of it. So I like to have like experiences myself where I think, oh, actually that makes sense. And one of them, and I did a very quick video on this the other week, but I'm listening to Jesse Michels' podcast, and he talks about owl synchronicity, a phrase I've never heard before. So I'm listening to this podcast, uses the phrase owl synchronicity, and with that, a barn owl flies right past me. But yes, little things like that. So yes, that might not seem like a UFO. It's not a flying saucer in the sky, but as I said, all these topics are interlinked. So this is why it's good. You know, you've got to do your own research. You can't just listen and believe everything that's talked about, because there is a lot of content out there that's rubbish. There's a lot of conspiracy theories. There's a lot of evidence that people put things out there in the mainstream to put people off the scent. I get all of that. It makes absolute sense from a cover-up perspective. So yeah, you've got to explore the topic yourself. So I thought, yeah, I'm just going to do that a little bit more. So I'm having these thoughts. And then with that, there's a filmmaker who's been involved in the UFO topic for about 30 plus years called Mark Christopher Lee. And he's been talking about Trump's going to disclose this week, next week, whatever. And anyway, he writes a post saying he's not going to talk about disclosure anymore. He's moving away a little bit from that discussion. And he uses the phrase Gnosis, Gnosis. And I've never heard that phrase before. Put it on the screen, but yeah, Gnosis. So I just thought it was really interesting that someone quite prominent in that community was also thinking of similar things to what I was thinking through myself, because I see you can listen to loads of stuff and it'll keep you busy for years, potentially. If you look at all the different declassified documents that are getting released at the moment, the cover-up stories, going back to it goes back probably thousands of years, but there's a lot of recent discussion. Look at this cow in the field. Let me just show you that for a minute. I've got a cow eating grass. So yeah, I think that's like any topic. Yes, you can listen to people. Yes, you can research, you can read books, you can hear stories, but you can also believe everything that's out there, and it's probably not a healthy environment to be in, is that? So Gnosis, we need more people that are interested in that. And actually, again, from the UFO perspective and disclosure perspective, again, I kind of see this quite widely, but I don't think society could handle the truth, to coin a phrase.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
While they might drip feed stuff, but not tell people everything. And maybe those that are in the UFO community probably need to start becoming a little bit more comfortable with that and just exploring it for their own sanity and being content that they know that there's something slightly more interdimensional, extraterrestrial out there, that is actually true. But to get it from the government, will we ever get it? I don't think we'll see it in the UK. We've just got a new Prime Minister. He's got other more important things to focus on right now. I don't think Andy Burnham is going to be focusing on the UFO topic anytime soon. I might be wrong. Oh, look at that. Beautiful dogs. So yeah, just some ramblings. Great YouTubers out there on this topic. Go and listen to them. They open your mind. They point you in directions of other people. So thanks to Jesse Michels for introducing me to Jason Samosa. Thank you, Jason, for saying